go around and sort of like saw off the stinger sections of each of these creatures.
Okay. Both of them still argue in the background.
Yep, it intensifies actually.
Jack, I will be returning back to the station first. You have to explain yourself.
I find this an illogical course of action, if I was to believe correctly. Were you not meant to keep... were you not meant to keep balance here? If they discover such a droid was here, then balance would be tipped.
You're not allowed to just swan around, get shot down, and then have us come back and lie for you. You say you know the Jedi and Sith, so you can explain yourself.
He gives a small nod. So be it. Let us go. I am sure your lady friends will join us in time.
By the way, as the conversation continues with Astrid's last words, that's because he's a spineless coward and you should be more aggressive.
That is not true!
You literally saw
has he kissed you yet of his own volition? If he hasn't, then he's a spineless coward and you need to make the first move.
There were mines everywhere.
Can we rather not fight in the middle of the force-sensitive jungle?
I think we're going to assume that you're all heading back.
And as we're walking in the background, we just hear, I can't believe you picked pink for the decorations. That is the worst possible color. Let me decorate your wedding.
So, you have returned to our own colony, gotten your speeders back, and eventually made it back to base.
This is my life.
This is my life.
This is my
You're
life.
probably wondering how I ended up here.
So,
Now it's
what
definitely
are you
your
going to
life.
do?
Well, this robo
First of all, I wanna
thing
bring.
has to explain himself.
First of all, I wanna bring Hu Yang to the Jedi Master, because she should be the first to know about this before anything else.
Oh, that's bad, because I alerted both the Sith and Jedi on our way in.
You son of a bitch!
Ooh.
By the
Oh,
way,
that's bad. Oh,
by the way, as
maintaining
you,
balance.
by the way, as you've actually said that, as soon as you've ported into the thing, about 10 Republic soldiers are waiting for you. And they're saying, we will take the droid now.
I don't think so.
We are taking her to Jedi Master Stuck.
I wanna
So
sense
is
to see if
the
they're lying.
ambassador?
This is correct.
In that case, I'm gonna step aside.
You cleared this with the ambassador?
This is correct. We're here to take the droid. A meeting between them and the Sith will convene soon. By the way, as he takes the droid, if the other soldiers halt you as they're walking off. Sorry, this is a Sith and Republic matter.
And we're here to ensure the peace.
By the way, the captain looks back for once and says, "You've done enough." And at that point, he's walking off.
Fucking cheeky cunt.
That was rude.
It seems
what,
like they've completely got your own
how is
negotiations.
Master Hyang reacting to this?
As
Who
the
gives a
hand is
shit how
going
he's
along,
reacting? We've been
he can't-
disrespected.
he can't do anything. He goes along with them.
Sir, I wouldn't ask this if it wasn't important, but can you contact your, well, former master?
Calls her former master.
Yes, hello.
Tisha just raises an eyebrow towards Cora, as in like, yes?
Hello, Master Shilak. A quick report. We just came back. We found out about the ship in the middle of nowhere. I think we
Yes,
would
I
like
have
you
heard
to know that
reports.
Hyang was on board.
I already know.
He was just taken away by a bunch of rather rude soldiers.
I ordered them to collect Yang.
Good, well, it would have been nice if you could, you know, give us a warning next time.
You did not give us much warning before you came.
It's not like we could have in the middle of nowhere.
The moment the Sith discovered that you had Hurang, they knew who he belonged to. And of course, now negotiations are going on. Speaking of which, I have to go.
I'm gonna glare towards Jack as she says that. I hope you liked the chocolates.
She's hung up.
God damn it.
So, let's get this straight. You're mad at me because the Republic tried to sneak someone onto a world, the Sith shot it down, and then found out about it.
No, Jack, I'm mad at you because for somebody who's used to wheeling and dealing, you sure are very blind in what's happening right now.
I know exactly what's happening right now, and frankly, if I hadn't been intercepted by these Republic troops, and your weird fascination with that, we would have been able to make something better out of this.
Anyway, pointing fingers is gonna get us nowhere right now. We gotta move.
So stop starting the pointing.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
I just glared
Did
at
you
you
bug
for
him?
being an idiot. I didn't think that we were gonna make a discussion out of it.
Did you bug him?
Nope, never said.
Fuck.
Nope. No,
God,
Captain. You
Jack,
should have comlinked me the order.
Jack, you're supposed to intuit me. Come on. I bug
He's a
everything.
droid.
My intuitive programming only goes so far, Captain. Please give me precise instructions.
I'm not a fucking mind reader.
Yeah.
Okay. In future, B2, any sensitive or important prisoner we have that you can get away with, bug him.
So, what are you doing while the day passes? Cool. Right, so, right now you have two avenues of thing. You could either go and see Hurang on his ship, which I highly suggest, or you may do some things around the base before you have to leave again for the next mission.
I'm all for, visiting him. If the GM highly recommends
Yeah.
that, seems like a good plan.
It seems like a
I
reasonable
think
course
that's
of action.
probably the best use of it, like a half an hour, because anyway, anything else can take longer.
On the one hand, I know you really want us to, Ash, but I'll go along with you this time, but I want you to know that I don't like that fucking robot and he means nothing to me.
What's wrong with the robot? He's done
No,
nothing to you.
no, don't listen to him. The robot's fine.
Which robot?
Show respect.
The robot in
Hurang.
space.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy. Okay.
So you take your ship and you all park it into his, correct?
That didn't sound right.
Hey, Jack,
Yeah.
while you guys are having your meeting, Jack is just says he seems to be coming down with something and goes back to the ship.
Astrid, grab him.
What do you want me to do?
Grab him. He wants to bail. Grab him.
Hey Ash.
Yeah.
While they're having their meeting, I would like to get the transponder code for this ship.
That is super easy.
Yep.
I'll just accompany Jack. You're just
So,
like, grab him,
I'll
grab him. I just
I'll tell you my
calmly
train
walk
of
after
thought
him.
so you understand what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
No one wants to shoot this guy, right?
Nope.
That's correct. However, I will tell you now that one visual look, since his transponder is very unique to his ship, every Sith Jedi and stuff knows his ship
But
because his
all I
ship is
need,
distinctly different.
all I need is just a moment of hesitation on the scanners of suddenly there's two of them, and that's all the chance. Any little advantage for a later date.
Fair enough. That's good. So, you're taking that. That's
So
fair.
in 3 weeks, when sudden void warfare breaks out and the Republic commander brings the rest of a squadron in from the system fringes, and everything's going to shit, and I suddenly tell you I would like to use the same codes as this ship and do this, you're not like, well, where'd that come from?
So, I suspect you join him later in the ship, however?
Yeah, I'll join later. Just that's what I'll be doing for the beginning.
As you come in, you see Hurang messing about with many drawers before he notices you come aboard. Ah, you have arrived.
Ash, sorry to interrupt you. If you scroll just particularly down to the image, you can see that there's something stuck right underneath it. It becomes visible.
Yeah, I know. Zoom out a bit so you can't see it. or zoom in more, either one. Because that's what happens when images. Apparently, despite the dimensions you pick, there's always a bit more extra space below it.
Gotcha.
Ah, you have arrived. It is good to see you again.
It's good to
He
see you
comes
too.
out. Yeah, he comes out and greets you, Cora, holding out a hand to shake yours.
I shake his hand with a smile.
It has been a while since you have arrived here.
Yeah, well, that puts it mildly.
He does look down towards the broken lightsaber once more, by the way, before looking towards Tizza. You have brought something?
Tizza offers a bow. I offer you my greetings, and yes, I have. She brings out the not anymore so nondescript looking cylinder, although it started out as a piece of junk. It has now been made nice. And the power source.
He steps on over, looking over your devices a second. I see. So, you have picked the parts that seem right to you.
Not so much I have picked them as they have picked me.
Ah, yes. Some Jedi and the like desire to do this on their own. I am here to help the young ones, of course. But I see that you may require my help also. Going over to a certain drawer, he searches in one while his other arms on his back searches another. Turning around, he grabs a small, what seemed to be a small cylinder box, the shape of a large book. Ah, here. He holds out towards you.
But is it a box or a book?
It's a box. It's just the shape of a large book.
Tizza takes the box. A little
Now.
bit confused.
Sit. He gestures towards a table.
Tizza sits at the table.
Now, these parts are incompatible with each other. I wish for you to remake them.
I see. She opens the box, which contains...
It contains the same kind of tools that you saw in his shuttle.
Oh. Ah, yes, I did attempt to form them better on my own, but as I lacked the necessary tools.
Well, if you do it now, and you do a good job, I shall allow you to keep these tools.
Hey Ash, try
Yeah?
the dark side and be a dick.
That is both an honor and a pressure.
Gives a small nod towards you.
I'm guessing you want me to make a mechanics roll.
Yes. While you're working on that, he turns back towards the Mandalorian. I see. So, this is a very rare sight indeed to see a Mandalorian aboard this vessel. More so a fully grown one.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Tell me, I have always been interested. Do you hold any animosity towards the Force users?
I just kind of tilt my head to the side, thinking about it for a second. Not particularly.
Fucking hell.
I see. You are strong indeed. Or your views do not match ones of your kin.
I know that for certain. Yes. I don't seem to see eye to eye on everything with them.
By the way, he's walking up to one of his arms, comes around his shoulder and grabs a hold of your shoulder pad, wiggling back and forth while his other arms checks along your arm. You still have the younger version of the armor, I see.
Yep.
Someone of your age should have had it by now.
I'm working
you
on
not-
getting the better armor.
I see. I know a few things about Mandalorian armor, of course. They required me to learn such a thing 200 years past.
Oh?
Yes, they desired such techniques to break and shatter the armor. It is sturdy, not invincible, but some of the best you can get.
Wait, you're 200 years old and you haven't been disposed of in favor of a newer model?
Oh, no, you misunderstand. I am well over 500 by this point.
Oh. There must be a valuable custom-built unit in that case.
This is correct. I have not stayed the same as I did back then. I have been repurposed, rebuilt many times, but inside my mind I have always been me. And in my mind are all those memories I hold. If you so desire, I could help you in such an endeavor.
I would very much appreciate that.
Ah. Humility. A rare sight in the galaxy these days. Impressive. One moment. I will search for something. Ah, Tizza, you are done?
I believe so. That went easier than I expected.
Of course. They are your pieces. You know how they should fit together. Picking him up, he looks them over. The thing above his eye zooms in. It doesn't seem like he has a zoom function like you, B2. He uses crude lenses. I see. You have gone with a certain function I have not seen. Many screw their power source in. This one seems to clip. Interesting. Unique. Placing down the parts. I will not say to have the last emitter here now, but I am sure you will find the piece soon.
Well, apart from the emitter array, I will also require a kyber crystal, although that might not be a problem for much longer.
Ah, yes. I would suspect so. Someone did mention a strange feeling within this place.
There's only one thing that sings in the Force, to my knowledge.
Of course. Now, we have been dancing around the issue for long enough. Do you not think so, Cora?
She just casually looks over towards the side, to the side, looking a bit distracted.
He leans in towards you, eyes narrowing a little. Cora,
Yes.
it is for the collection, is it not?
Listen, before we talk about it, you should know the full story. We kind of run into a Sith Lord, Revok, and we kind of bumped into one of his apprentices called Akro. This belongs to him. I damaged it in the middle of battle. That's what happened.
Akro. I know him well. It has been 10 years since I last saw him. He was here in this very place. Picked a simple design for his lightsaber, but ensured it was strong and sturdy.
Also fragile, and she points to the broken lightsaber. A poor choice, a beginner's mistake.
Yes, but one he likely held with great respect. Somebody's first work is always their greatest. That is why I'm so confused, Cora. Where is your lightsaber?
I destroyed it.
I see. I suppose that one was never truly yours, given to you by those people for the purpose of solely killing.
Okay, you were right. I did pick it up. It reminded me of old times, okay? It felt good to once again have something on my belt. It was a force of habit and I'm very ashamed at what I did. She actually removes the broken lightsaber from her hilt. Can I... I know it's not in its best form, but please, will you accept it?
He gives a small nod and holds out his free-clawed hand to take it.
Thank you.
You once told me, Cora, the very last time you visited my place, that you would not touch another lightsaber until you found purpose.
I haven't.
Is that still true?
No, I haven't. I've kept my promise. I only use my blades against worthy foes, or when I have to protect something important. Today was the first time I used my blade against anything but a a force user. I have kept my promise.
Yes, a tremor sword. A weapon of the Dark Jedi, I believe. Copied from the teachings of the Sith. Interesting design, but hardly a weapon befit of a master swordsman.
She looks a
weapon to
little
honor.
out of it when, considering there's a lot of people in the room right now, she's super uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm full on staring at you.
It is
She's
a
just politely
weapon.
ignoring you.
It is a weapon meant to celebrate murder. I am surprised you cast down your lightsaber yet kept this object. May I ask why?
I do believe you that everybody deserves a second chance, but that doesn't wash away one's sins. I need to keep it so I always remember.
Ah, the weight. That is what you desire in your hands. I am sure one day you will cast down this blade too, but pick up another. One more befitting of you. As with that, he starts moving over towards what seems to be a cylinder. And on it, he presses a button, and suddenly, things light up. Holograms of almost 50 lightsabers appear before you, each unique and different, as one more is added as Yuang places the broken lightsaber into a slot and it is pushed down. This is your collection, Cora.
You kept a record of it?
They are no mere record. Each and every single one is here. And he taps the pedestal, a memorial to fallen Jedi.
Cora just looks down and remains silent.
It has been a while since you have seen it. Isn't that right, Cora?
I don't even remember when was the last time.
And that is why I am speaking to you like this now. Going up towards you, he places his hand on your shoulder. When I saw you last, it felt like you had forgotten. Forgotten all those lives you took. And what those promises that you made to me the last time you were here. Wait,
Cora
is it-
takes out something from her secret pocket and unwraps it.
Wink, wink.
Takes out a small crystal that's blood orange. And Teaser can guess what that crystal is. As she shows it to the master, she just says, "I still kept it. I've preserved it, just like you said. I just don't think like it suits me."
I'm just gonna guess that
yes.
it shines like a fucking star to my eyes, or
Yep.
my non-eyes. Yeah.
What she pulled out of that pocket in that unique little cloth was a kyber crystal. Ryan takes it in his hand and feels the weight. It is slowly becoming more balanced. I can feel it, its weight, its feeling, though I cannot sense it. Have you tried looking into it yet? Says, passing it back to you, Cora.
No, I haven't.
I see. I feel like you need to reconnect. Such crystals are unique to one person in one galaxy. They are purely yours.
I can't.
I once had a young Jedi here, recently in fact, 2 years ago, that said there was no such word as can't. So, if you desire to still keep your promise, then please.
What if I don't like what I see? What if I made a mistake? What if this, she points to the collection, is all that I ever amount to? What if this was my calling? What if there's nothing else?
There was no purpose in these. There was no right, no drive. This, Cora, is a shrine to who you once were. If you wish to be something more, then you have to become that something more. You will not like what you see. I can assure you that. No one ever does. People look back and see their mistakes, and like droids, we can erase our memories, forget those horrible things. You, though, you have to face them.
I recently had a vision. A woman spoke to me about what happened at Malachor 5. She told me that I needed to go back there.
Really?
She mentioned the Bloodforge, but every time I try to remember, I keep having panic attacks and my head begins to hurt.
I have no such record of such a device, or such anything. I have
Cora
not-
is not the only one who's seen Malachor 5 in her dreams.
He looks towards you, Tizza. You have also seen this?
Yes, and our captain was in the same dream. If you would believe that.
Where have you ever seen Cora in your dream?
Not yet.
Then it is not the same. Curious.
True enough.
It's as if somebody's reaching out towards you all.
Sadly, not just us. Akrel and his Sith Lord. They knew about it. They first mentioned the Bloodforge to us as I was engaging in battle with him. I was slipping into old habits. I taunted him, I mocked him, and he let that information slip.
I see. It seems like your path is set. Or at least, the path you have made yourselves. Such a place is sure to hold answers. And it may be a good chance for you to face your past, Cora. You see where you came from.
I'm gonna make a discipline check to not fucking freak out. Considering I picked as my strength to be disciplined, do I get a bonus?
You get a blue dice, yes.
Right, let's take a deep breath. Calm down. Everything's gonna be fine. There we go.
Cora,
Yes?
I think you know what you must do. Do you still intend to keep the promise?
Yes.
Good. Walking over, he disables the small pedestal. Now, around about 50 sabers plus one go back into their respective little holes. Well then, if you intend to keep such a promise, then this shrine would keep as that. A remembrance of the past. But I do hope I have another one soon, to commemorate actual victories.
Cora doesn't answer, she just neatly wraps the crystal up and hides it in her secret pocket again.
By the way, Ash,
Mm-hmm.
did Huyang not notice where, like, the design for the power source that I had?
No, that's the thing. He already knows. The thing is, that power source already came from a Jedi lightsaber.
Well, of course it did. He just stuffed the saber it came from away.
Yeah.
Uh,
The thing is, you can probably suspect he did notice. He just didn't say anything.
yeah, fair enough.
So, it was good to see you again, Cora.
Yes, it was good to see you as well, Esther.
Gives a small nod. It seems like your companions are confused.
I mean, of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? This is exactly why I think this should have been a more private conversation.
Perhaps they needed to know.
B2 casually walks over and tries to slap a tracker onto this guy.
Do you want to try to roll some stealth
Oh,
there?
nice, Jack.
I'm just
No.
kind of sitting there processing everything, and the second he tries to slap a tracker on him, I'm just immediate face palm.
Making no, like, it's not like a subtle attempt or anything. He's not being forceful. He's just trying to cut a tracker.
It's pictures like he walked over with like
Okay.
stamp-sized tracker, and just on his fingers, just puts it up, like on Huyang like a
Alright,
fucking
so-
sticker. It's like, man.
So, as you stick it on, Huang doesn't seem to notice, but his eyes do narrow towards you, Cora, but then stop. He's like... Seems like he has noticed. He goes... Anyway, I believe you should share this knowledge when you are ready, Cora. And please, do return at some point.
I will.
Perhaps we can speak of happier times.
Yeah, well, we first have to reach that point, don't we?
He nods. The children did look happy that one time.
I suppose.
Master Huyang, a question.
Yes?
Your archives contains designs for many types of sabers, do they not?
That is correct. Over 500 years of many, many Jedi.
Saber staff, saber staff, saber staff.
Hell no. Sabers, like saber staffs are like good initially, but later,
Saber pike, saber pike, saber pike.
well, those
Dual
are
wield,
Saber
actually
dual wield,
somewhat good,
dual
no.
wield.
No, dual wielding's
yes.
for bitches. No dachi, no dachi.
Anyway, yes, I suspect this shall not be the only saber I will construct.
Oh?
After all, one always needs a companion, do they not?
He gives a small nod. This is true. If you ever need help in designing such a thing, then Cora has my contact information.
I would be grateful.
He gives a small respectful bow towards you.
Tisser immediately gets on her feet and bows back. Making sure to bow deeper than he did.
So he's basically helped you. Now all your parts now interlocked correctly. You now have some Jedi saber building tools, which give you a blue dice on attempting to do anything with sabers,
That's cool.
and also allow you to do anything to begin with. So, well, properly.
Yeah. Especially when building a saber out of mismatched components.
Hmm. Astrid, I believe.
Hmm?
I will send along what information I can as soon as I am able.
Ah, yes, thank you.
With a small smile, he gestures. Now, I do not have any food here, sadly. However, it has been an enjoyable experience. Are there any other questions?
Before we go, I wish to express my sincere gratitude for the patience you have shown with us, Master. I know my companions can be rather... Cora looks towards B2. Rude at times.
Yes. Well, the need to please is often strong.
Pot kettle black.
What? Oh.
Cora's saying, I know he can be a bit crude sometimes. That's the pot
Also-
calling the kettle black.
Well, I do hope that this has been rather enlightening for you as well, Master, assuming this is probably, well, the first Mandalorian for both of us is, shall we say, a bit different than what we're used to.
I am most surprised by that. After all, you did fight them in the past.
Oh, what's this?
Sorry, what was that? I was clearing my
You can
throat.
cough all you want. What's that
Cat's
about
out
By the way,
Mandalorians?
By the way, he does look confused by that. It's like, you have not even told them such things.
Yeah, Cora. What about the Mandalorians? What'd you do?
Master,
What'd you do to the Mandalorians?
It's not usually something normal people do.
Ah, of course. By the way, you can tell that's definitely one of his more droidy sides right there. He may seem to be a bit more expressive than B2, but he's still got those droidy quirks. Yeah.
Oh, Cora, what? You fought Mandalorians in the past? When did that happen?
Not the time, not the place. Anyway, thank you very much for everything, Master. We should really be on our
Are
way
you
here.
Sure. I feel like this is the perfect time.
Anyway,
and the
come on,
perfect
Teaser,
place.
you've done with your work. Let's get going.
Alright, I'll just ask you right when we're back on the ship.
So, I
Kill-
believe...
And Cora is running away.
I believe we're gonna probably end the session there, just for dramatic effect for next time.
Dude, are you seeing this?
Come on, T-Rex! Fuck you,
Get
bitch!
on the building, collateral damage.
Fuck collateral damage, I'm in a giant-ass robot!
80s arm up? Oh,
B2,
Oh my
the
god.
fuck?
you have been at work for the entire day. Within your dark little secluded place on the ship, you are grinding away, building and crafting. You see it within your mind. After
What's the
seeing
shit?
the architect droid, you know what you must do.
It is the way.
Like lightning, you start putting bits and pieces. You got the small darts with you. You stuff them in places. You have the nanite injector ready. And soon, you drag up to your full height. And in your hands, you hold a dart gun.
Oh, I love you, Ash. Thank you.
You can now fire stims and such medical supplies at range.
Wow.
As long as they do not require, as long as they do not require anything like for patching or stitching, you can fire your stims at medium range.
Hey.
So it literally built a fucking medigun.
You can,
Get in
course.
there.
Literally actually shoot people to kill them. To kill them.
Amazing.
And you can switch between the two types at any point. Of course, I'll give
Fuck
you
yeah.
stats later. However, B2 is now armed up and ready for action.
Now, now B2, remember, when you're facing the enemy, don't shoot, kill them. That's gonna be awkward.